create?
It was long. 3 months in Montreal and 6 months in Vegas. So it was interesting. I learned a lot. My dancers were unbelievable. You know, I got to pick them myself,
awesome.
And I had an amazing experience with them, and they're wonderful. We got to do some great stuff. It's supposed to be about a journey through with Chris Angel, the magician, and it's sort of a journey through his mind, kind of while he's dying. So it's pretty dark, but comedic at the same time. The comedy always kind of balances it out. But the reason I was attracted to it in the first place, I had a good relationship with the director, a guy named Serge Denoncourt from Montreal. And it was up my alley as far as where all the dance pieces were going to come from. It was dancing rabbits and dancing rats, and so strange little characters. That's kind of always my thing. Dark little weird worlds. So that's definitely what attracted me to it, and I had a good amount of creative freedom within my pieces. Most of the time he would give me a sentence or a word, for a number like of guidance and say go. So that was fun. It wasn't like I was under the iron horse being told what to do. So it was definitely a learning process, but it's been surprising how much creative freedom I've been given with the show, and I think most of the choreographers are given. They wanted me to be a part of the first season when I first started, and I said no. I had just finished. I had an MTV show, a dance show, and I pretty much just finished that. And I was like, I kind of done the reality dance TV thing. I'm good. I didn't watch it at all the first season. I was just kind of anti at that moment. And then the second season came around, and Amanda and I started watching it, and were pleasantly surprised. I was like, wow, there's actually some art going down on this corporate, primetime TV show. So they had kind of kept pursuing, and then I called them back and said, okay, I'll come in for a meeting. Like, I saw some stuff on the show. I'm interested in doing something. But I was still nervous because it's still a corporate primetime TV show. I was sure there was going to be like suits watching me, telling me what I can and can't do, and so I was nervous about that. But I mean, the first thing I did was Ramalama, and with Amanda, and we just did whatever the hell we wanted, and it stayed that way. So so it's really just a playground. So you have this avenue and this huge outlet and this huge audience to just kind of try out all these little ideas that you've been wanting to do, and so that's what it is, just a huge playground. So it's fun. And the main thing we're focusing on is this film. This film that we're writing. We had been writing it all through last year as well, but it was Amanda was mostly working on it because I was doing the Cirque show. So it was kind of really broken and hard to really focus on it. And we were supposed to do this Britney tour, and it was kind of like, you know what? It's another distraction. We really want to move into film and really make this the next path for us. And the longer we just keep taking jobs, and you think, well, it's only 3 months, but then something else comes up, and it just keeps getting pushed further and further back. So it was like, you know what? Stop. We need to just buckle down and get this done and make this move. So I mean, we're right now it's just us, but we're treating it like it's our job. I mean, it's 5 days a week, as soon as we wake up until the sun comes down. That's what we're doing all day, every day.
Wow.
And we're just making a move to get this done. It's a really, really beautiful story. And that's the goal for us too. That's why I guess the reason I don't like to call it a dance film, because most dance films are pretty horrible as films. You know what I mean? It's essentially like, okay, we've got to come up with some story to string together these dance performances, is the goal usually. And with us, it's like, we know we're going to focus on the dance, and we know it's going to be great, so that's kind of secondary. Let's make a wonderful, real, rich, character-driven story, a love story, a coming-of-age story. There's a fantastical element to it as well. So yeah, that's the number. And then, there's little jobs and things like that come up, but we're not taking on anything that's long-term. It's going to take too much focus away. I spend most of my time saying no to jobs. probably to my own demise. I don't know, you know, but it's just we're very particular about the things we're interested in doing, and we're blessed that we're able to be. You know, not a lot of people have that opportunity to pick and choose what they want to do. You know, so it would have to really speak to us, and we're writers at heart. It's hard for us to take on somebody else's concept or idea or persona, like a pop star and that sort of thing, and try and fit into their world and their image.
Yeah.
You know, we're kind of brats about that. We want to do it our way. You know, so it would really have to be the right thing and have to be pretty exciting, and that whoever that person was or that project was would have to be you know, a real collaborator and really willing to try something new. So yeah, it's always possible, but it's not the focus. The focus is to really start this film work, and there may be stage work, but it'll be ours, and we're writing a theater show as well. So all about directing film. It all just comes back to that. It's like I said, it's been a love since I was 7 or 8 years old. I just love the, you know, I love the stage, but film would have to be my favorite medium. I love the device of the camera to tell stories, and even within dance, I just love to shoot dance so much, and it's something I've always really had an instinct for, and that's why I have fun and so doing the dance too, because most of the time I direct a lot of all the camera movement, and I edit the pieces after, and that's a huge part of, you know, when I'm designing a piece, I'm constantly designing it in relation to the camera. That's always in my mind. It's very rarely is it an afterthought, like I'll choreograph and then think about how I'm going to shoot it. They happen at the same time. We usually come back every 2 years.
Cool.
But we want to try and get back there this year.
That'd be great.
Because we have to cut it short.